Hi, second grade. Miss Weathers here to read Girl on a Motorcycle by Amy Novesky. And this is an inspiring story about a young girl who dared to follow her dream of riding a motorcycle across the world alone. Paris, 1973. She wants to write and to wander. She dreams of wandering the world, to go elsewhere. Elsewhere is an adverb. In or to another place, somewhere else. Word origin, Old English. So one day, the girl gets on a motorcycle and she rides away. She wears only what she needs: a helmet, goggles, a leather jacket to keep out the wet and the cold. She carries her life in a hand-sewn clutch and 2 saddlebags. Bandages and tape for when she falls. And she will. A little voice says, "It's dangerous to go around the world all by yourself." It says, "You will miss your cat, your clothes, Mozart." Another voice says, "Be quiet, listen to the road." And so she does. She listens to the road, and the road says, "Was, go." She cruises from Etoile to Champs-Élysées. She loops around Arc de Triomphe. She waves au revoir to the Eiffel Tower. And then she takes off into the world. Canada. The girl and her motorcycle take a jumbo jet from Paris to Montreal. Sometimes the only way across the ocean is to fly. She sends a message back home: "I am alive." And then she fills her tank with gas and she heads west. The open road is wide and shines like leather. For days she rides, passing through towns like Maniwaki, Mishpakoten, and Saskatoon. At night, she parks beneath trees at campgrounds, a good place to sleep. She washes up in service station sinks. Strangers bring her coffee. Some people smile, others stare. A girl on a motorcycle is a big deal. Why do you think a girl on a motorcycle was a big deal at this time? What experiences do you think she had because this was a big deal? Maybe lots of questions from strangers. Maybe people staring at her. Maybe she felt afraid. After dinner, she sets up her tent and makes a fire. Morning smells of damp earth, grass, wildflowers. The air thick with mystery, moss, and strawberries. She passes snow-capped mountains. Everything is wild and beautiful. The farther the girl goes, the fewer people she sees. More trees. Soon there is no one. No signs, no cars, no electric poles. The road is hers. She is all alone, but she is not afraid. She is free. The stillness is broken only by the hum of her motorcycle engine. At the end of the day, the girl pulls off the road, dresses up, and eats at a roadside diner. I wonder why she dresses up. A plate of thick pancakes with extra syrup and butter for $1. Some nights it rains. Drops tap her makeshift tent. She plays cards and writes to pass the time. Other nights it is clear, and above her stars sparkle and spin. Planets form, galaxies swirl. One night in the Yukon, she floats in a warm pool that glows like a mirror. She can feel the earth turn. Above her, Aurora Borealis. A whirl of colorful light connects the girl and heaven. She closes her eyes. She flies. What do you think the girl is thinking when she closes her eyes? Do you ever close your eyes and think when it is quiet? What do you think about? At the border between Canada and the United States, a large sign welcomes her. The girl and her motorcycle fly from Anchorage to Tokyo, and from Tokyo over the Indian Ocean to Bombay. India. Bombay is vibrant. The road charges with trucks and buses, rickshaws and ambassador cars, cows, festivals, and kiss cassette? What is this? The unknown. The girl might be afraid and excited at the same time because of these unknown adventures. But does she stop and go back home because of this? Elephants. Outside the city, the road opens up. The sun is warm on the girl's skin. Her motorcycle's engine purrs. She rides beside ruby red passenger trains, waves. She passes mud houses and carved palaces. Women in the field, their saris curling about their feet like flower petals. Her bike runs out of gas. Her bike breaks down, needs to be repaired. When her motorcycle stops, the girl stops. It takes courage for a girl to live this way. She finds a shop, waves to mechanics. Some fix her bike for free. She pays them with hand-drawn hearts and handshakes. Girls in pretty dresses make henna drawings on her hands. She shows them how to make hennaed hands into wings. They pepper her with questions. Who are you? Where do you come from? Where are you going? Proudly they guard her bike. These girls were very curious and had many questions about this girl. Do you like to ask questions and learn about people and places that are unfamiliar to you? On her way to Delhi, her motorcycle breaks down again. So she takes a train, drinks a cup of tea, and writes as the world passes her by. How to drink tea in India. Tea is called chai. Chai is milky and sweet. Drink it from a small clay cup. Smash the clay cup on the ground when you are done. Afghanistan. Tonight, Kabul, soon Kandahar. Faraway places the girl once dreamed of, and now here you are. She takes the Khyber Pass. Some believe the shortest route from point to point is a straight line. But the girl and her motorcycle love curves. When her motorcycle is happy, the girl is happy. She descends into a lush valley. A river, wide, fast, and blue as a sapphire, flows beside her. She takes her heavy boots off and puts her feet in the cold water. She crosses a hot, dry desert. Ribbons of dust unfurl behind her. Dirt stings her eyes. Sun burns her skin. Air vibrates with heat. She falls often. Sometimes it is fun, sometimes not. But she always gets back up. She arrives in Kabul at sunset. Everything rose-colored. She treats herself to a cold drink. There are no signs on the road to Bamiyan. Her motorcycle breaks down again and again, going up the last hill. Sometimes the only way up a hill is to climb. What awaits at the top is worth it. Carved into the ancient pearl-colored cliffs above her, 2 giant Buddhas, 16 centuries old. Inside there are stairs and rooms, the sandstone still warm from the day's sun. The girl climbs from the Buddha's feet up to the top of its head, where she can see the entire horizon. The guide leaves her alone. I wish you all the happiness in the world. The only sounds, clothes, rustling, an insect. The only sounds, breathing, her heart beating. It just might be the most beautiful moment in the girl's life. It is the end of September. Fall is in the air. She will need to leave soon. She will never return. Early in the next century, these Buddhas will be gone. In Kandahar, the flowers smell like honey. A boy gives her a just-picked pink zinnia. A child with big gray eyes and red cheeks takes her hand and shows the girl her school, her home. Why do you think this girl took her hand to show her her school and her home and her family? At the market, scents of meat, cardamom, cinnamon, gasoline. The girl bargains for silver jewelry. At a tea shop, she takes her helmet off, releasing her long brown hair. She is the only girl there. She writes letters home, shares her cake. Walaikum assalam. How do you think the girl felt to be the only girl in the tea shop? Outside in the dirt, the girl draws a picture of the Eiffel Tower, a cloud and a bird, where I am from. She spreads a map across a table. A small crowd gathers. She points. Where I am, where I want to go. On the way out of town, she blows a tire. She pulls to the side of the road to patch it. A truck stops. A group of men steps out. They help her change her tire. Her motorcycle is tough, like her. Turkey. A pink sunset is a gift to the lone girl on a motorcycle, on the way to Istanbul. Here, a bridge connects the east to the west. The girl and her motorcycle cross from one continent to another. The sea sparkles below her. One day, she will write a book. She will tell the world. It is hard. It is hot. I learned a lot. Children run after her bike, shout, "Hello, hello, mister, mister." Some are curious, others shy. Yes, I am a girl. Children run after her bike, shout, "Goodbye, goodbye." Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, Hungary, Austria, Germany. Whole countries pass by. Miles and miles of open road. Time passes and doesn't. The girl is mesmerized. I want the world to be beautiful, and it is beautiful. I want people to be good, and they are good. Like the girl, we can choose to have good thoughts and see the world as a beautiful place, too. Home. Sunburned, bruised, and beaming. The girl arrives home on a cool, gray day. Paris is the same, and it is different. She is the same and different, too. The girl and her motorcycle have traveled thousands of miles. The pages of her passport are decorated with colorful stamps. She wears the world like a beautifully embroidered scarf. All the places she's been, the things she's seen. The world is beautiful. The world is good. When she closes her eyes, the girl can still hear the road. Elsewhere is just a little bit farther. This girl closes her eyes and remembers all the beautiful things she saw in the world and the wonderful experience she had. What do you see when you close your eyes? About Anne France Dothville. Girl on a Motorcycle is based on and inspired by a real-life girl, Anne France Dothville, who was the first woman to ride a motorcycle around the world alone. Currently, Anne France Dothville lives not far from Paris. She no longer rides. She sold her motorcycle at age 72, but she still writes. We can learn a lot about courage and determination from Anne France. Remember, next time you struggle, think of the story of the girl on a motorcycle.